Hey guys, so I just posted a video earlier about the two fights that really make sense, which are McGregor vs Chandler and Gaethje vs Poirier. So that leaves us with just one question. Where does Tony Ferguson fit into all of this? And this is what this video is all about. And before that, a couple of disclaimers. My landlord just said that they're gonna shut off the electricity today, and it was supposed to happen already and hasn't happened yet, so who knows? Hopefully that won't happen in the middle of this video. And also, I'll be uploading this video on Saturday, so who knows? Maybe Tony will already have a fight by then. Personally, I don't think so, and I'll tell you a couple of reasons why. Why I don't think that Tony will have a fight made for a while. But enough with that. What else do I want to say? Oh, I'm also getting a new phone that's gonna arrive, which is gonna have a better camera, better Instagram photos, and better YouTube video quality. It's not gonna be superb, but it's gonna be better than what we have today. I still should fix my lighting and everything. Today I have zero extra lighting. It's just whatever comes down the window. But enough with that, let's jump into the topic and let's see what fights make the most sense for the Cucuy, Tony Ferguson. So the first one is him versus Kevin Lee. Now I only mentioned this fight because Kevin Lee has called out Tony Ferguson. He's one of the few guys that have done so, in addition to Michael Chandler. And they both seem to have the same problem, not fitting in, really. And besides Kevin being slightly more marketable than other lightweights, there aren't that many reasons why that fight makes sense. They already fought. It was a decisive win for Tony Ferguson. I don't see a big reason. I do mention it because Kevin Lee has called him out, and it would make sense, but obviously, as you'll see, there aren't too many fights that actually make sense for the Cucuy. So this is the number one. The second one, probably even more surprising, is him versus Colby Covington. Isn't Colby at 170? Yes, he is. Damn, that was a nice voice crack. Now, I know this one sounds crazy, but Tony has talked about moving up a division to fight at welterweight, and this would be the closest that we will ever get to Tony versus Khabib. Unfortunately, in my opinion. Even though Khabib, I just saw a video that said Khabib is in talks with UFC for one more fight. I really don't think it's going to be against Stone, probably against GSP or some other fight like that. But anyway, so Tony Ferguson versus Colby Covington should be quite close to what Khabib versus Tony would have been. So Covington would be putting on the pressure. Ferguson would probably have to fight off his back. He'd probably be much smaller than Colby, so he'd be looking for submission, things like that. It would probably be really entertaining. The build-up would be, that would be super fun with Colby's marketing, with Tony's marketing. They're both exchanging at press conferences and the like. That would be super fun. I'm still not sure how serious Tony is about moving up to welterweight, but if he is, if he's not gonna find a single fight that he likes that makes sense in the lightweight division, it's awesome that he has that he's willing to move up the division, not necessarily change the organizations or anything like that. So, and if he moves up, he's obviously not going to fight for the title or anything like that in his first fight, but a top contender like Colby Covington does make a ton of sense. And that's about it. That's about all the fights that make sense. The third one is Tony Ferguson versus Tony Ferguson. There are many good options for Tony. I don't think he'll accept fights against people like Dan Hooker or Charles Oliveira, which would be awesome, but Tony had 5 fights made with Khabib. He fought for the title he almost fought for the title so many times. I mean, he was the replacement fighter for Gage, so he already made the sacrifice that UFC expected him to make. He sacrificed for the good of the business, so to say. And yeah, unfortunately, I think he's just gonna sit out for a while now, because I don't see him fighting Chandler. Obviously, every single fighter that I mentioned in my previous video would be awesome to see against Tony. Against McGregor, the only one that I don't think would make too much sense is him going against Gaethje for one more time, but him against Poirier would be awesome. And yeah, Chandler would be awesome, but I just don't see him taking that fight. He already took the stance that he feels disrespected. He doesn't want to take that fight, so I don't think Dana White or the UFC is gonna force him to do that. So I would love to see Khabib versus Tony for the 6th time made, and actually them end up fighting, but I just unfortunately don't see that happening unless there's a huge mindset shift for Khabib, but I don't see a reason why that would happen. So these are just some of my thoughts as to what Tony could do next. Obviously, not that many options. What I didn't mention is that he could be the replacement fighter for one of the fights that my previous video was about. Again, Tony's not that replacement fighter. He already was in the previous fight. That didn't go well for him, and he feels disrespected. So that's not the type of fight that he'll be willing to sign up for. What do you think Tony's going to do next, by the way? Leave your suggestions in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your opinions. I'm guessing that you're probably going to say him against Chandler, which, again, makes a ton of sense. Just don't see him doing that. And if he were to move up to welterweight, there's actually quite a few fights that would be awesome, in addition to Colby Covington. So let me know if you're interested in him at 170. Alright, by the way, I'll have my second now ACL reconstruction next week, so it might be a while until my next video. So this is it for a while, and I'll see you next time. See you, folks. Bye.